Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top Five. It is the week of October 8th, 2020. I am Brandon Zech.
And I'm Christopher Blay.
I think this is a really weird list in a lot of different ways, which we'll get into very shortly. But I also think it's a really fun list. It's some places that are not in the big cities, along with some Houston and Dallas picks. There's some East Texas, there's some Galveston, and we're going to get right in it with that.
All right, so number 5 on our list is a show from the American Watercolor Society. It's a traveling exhibition. This is the 153rd annual watercolor exhibition, and it's at the Longview Museum of Fine Arts. There are 40 paintings in the show, and they were selected from around 1,100 paintings submitted from around the world. And it includes everything from the really photorealistic to the impressionistic. It's just a well-rounded overall show, and it's been around for a while. So
one of the things about this show and about just the medium of watercolor in general, which is that if you don't know how to use it, you really don't know how to use it, and you can't do anything with it. But the people that have mastered it, I mean, there are artists across Texas that do wonderful work in gouache and watercolor.
yeah.
But if you have mastered it, it's amazing what you can do in the tonalities and how you can paint, and it doesn't just come off impressionistic all the time. And I think this will be a really good, like you said, a really kind of diverse group of pieces that kind of show the full breadth of what it is. Number 4 this week is a show. It is also in East Texas. It's at the Ann Dean Turk Fine Arts Gallery, which is at Kilgore College, but it's a show of works by Jack Delaney. The show's called The Worlds Within. Jack Delaney, he's based out of Houston. He's actually getting his MFA at the University of Houston right now. And we're throwing this in here because these paintings, what's the best way to describe it, Christopher? They're a little off the rails, but in the best possible way.
They're 2020 paintings. I hope they're all made in 2020 because they just have that sort of like allegorical, like Dante esque. Everything happening doesn't make sense, but it's okay. I was just looking through Delaney's website, and he has a section of miscellaneous paintings, which anybody that has a miscellaneous section on their website, I want to go see their show. But yeah, these paintings are they're surreal.
There's a little bit of everything. There's giant ants. There's clowns.
Clowns.
There's people getting beat up.
All the things that are happening in the paintings are happening in 2020. Number 3 on the list is a group show called Going Through a Phrase, not Going Through a Phase, Going Through a Phrase at the Galveston Art Center. And it features artists that we've profiled and looked at on Glasstire, including Alicia Eggert, Candace Hicks, Andrea Tolson. They're all working with text, and hence the phrase in the title. Anywhere from large neon signage to calligraphy.
Neon signs and calligraphy, and there's also like some textile works in this show, which I'm excited about. Like you said, Christopher, these are a few Texas artists that we've kind of had on our radar for a while. Even the ones we haven't profiled recently on Glasstire, those of us on staff are really familiar with. This show, of course, at the Galveston Art Center, put together by Dennis Nance.
Yeah.
So, he's done a really good job down there. And best part is you actually have the entire rest of this year to go see it. It is on view and through January 3rd.
All right. For number 2 on our list, we're looking at the shows at the Barry Whistler Gallery. One is a show from John Pomara called Digital Debris. It's his newest work. And he sort of like enlarges digital imagery and then recreates that with stencils using analog material like painting material, spray paint, etc. And he's also done some like really large scale inkjet prints of his work, and it's really I hope he doesn't resist the description of glitch paintings, but they look very much like glitchy digital images.
Yeah, so in addition to John's enamel on aluminum, paintings and his UV prints. There's going to be a 34-foot mural at the front of the gallery that you'll be able to see either from outside or by going into the gallery. I don't know if John would or wouldn't resist glitch paintings as a term. However, I mean, he's been doing this for a long time. Like
Right.
before, a lot of glitch stuff has come up in the last few years, maybe in the last decade, but he has been like a long proponent of this type of work and employing
Yeah.
technologies and kind of putting his own hand on them. So the second show we're talking about today is also at Barry Whistler Gallery. It's a show of works by Kristen Macy. It's called Always a Little Sad. Both of these shows are opening. They're opening next Wednesday, October 14th, and they'll be up through November 21st. But this show of works by Macy, these are also enamel, but on canvas. They're
Hmm.
layered, they're meticulous, and they're kind of radiant in their own way. And number one this week is a show of works by Aaron M. Riley. The show's called A Reminder of Being There. It's at Jonathan Hobson Gallery in Houston. The show opened September 13th. It's up through December 13th. So again, you kind of have this whole fall season in order to see it. I am stoked for this show. I've been following Erin Riley's work for quite a while at this point. She's based in Brooklyn, but what makes her work really unique is that she uses old yarn and she uses a loom, and she hand weaves these magnificent tapestries into very kind of contemporary scenes. Sometimes they're text messages, sometimes they're screenshots. They have to do with drugs and recovery, they have to do with sex, they have to do with car crashes, they have to do with basically living contemporary life, and kind of all of the intimate scenes of contemporary life that we don't really see because they're intimate and they're private, and we definitely don't see them kind of memorialized in weavings.
Yeah.
And the work, it has craft, it has content. I'm just so excited. These are pieces that I've been waiting to see for a while. I have seen her work in person before, and it's fantastic. And we can't recommend the show enough.
Yeah, I just like how all these shows have this sort of working between the digital and the analog, and like finding ways to bring the present into the work with methods that we've used for a long time.
And that is our list for this week. Take time, look through our event listings. There's still a lot of stuff happening online. We
Hmm.
are still also publishing 5-minute tours from galleries that are sending them to us. So if you know of a show that we still need a tour of, or if you have a show, please send us the video. And also, if you like us on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. You'll get our videos directly, and you'll help us out a little bit too.
And with as many galleries and museums having in-person shows, we can say wear a mask and go see some art.
Go see some art.